Welcome to Open Up's Practice a Day. I'm Mary Ellen. Today I'm going to break down Locust Pose. Locust Pose will need a block, unroll your mat, or be on a carpet so that you have something soft beneath your body. Starting to prepare for Locust Pose, we're going to come to lie on our bellies. Move the block towards the top of the mat, and that's going to be for our forehead. So please swing your legs to one side or behind you and come all the way onto your belly, resting the block beneath your forehead. Reach the arms out to the sides with a little bend. Think about a cactus. Call these cactus arms. Notice the shoelace side of your feet down on the floor. I have socks on my toes because they're a little chilly, but if you want to take your shoes off or your socks off, you can really feel the texture of the top of the foot. Notice your breath as you inhale, pressing the belly down to the floor. And as you exhale, feel the belly absorb into your back. Push the belly down as you inflate your stomach like a balloon. Imagine the stomach as your balloon deflating on your exhale. Please lift your chest up and walk your hands onto your mat. This is called Sphinx Pose. So in Sphinx Pose, our elbows are underneath the shoulders and our palms are flat. Another great way to notice if the entire top of your foot is pushing down, really get it there. Please bend one knee towards your seat, and you might go ahead and reach back for that foot. I'm leaning onto one side of my body so I can reach back for my foot evenly. From here, I try to even the shoulders out, pushing the foot into the hand to lift the chest more openly. Now that the chest is open, let the chest heavy and have the stretch be more about the leg. Let your head dangle. Please reach that leg back and come into Sphinx Pose, opening up the chest by supporting your shoulders with the elbows and forearms. Take it to the other side. Bend your heel to your seat, reach back for your foot or ankle, and pause. Stretch the chest by pushing your foot into your hand, smiling the chest open from the center to the sides of your shoulders. Gently relax the shoulder, but keep your hand and foot connected. And let the head heavy. Please release your foot and return back to Sphinx Pose. Curl your toes under. When your toes are curled under, we can bring those knees off the floor naturally. Engage your thighs, so feel the hugging sensation of your muscle to your bone. And then gently relax your knees, untuck your toes. From here, we're going to bring our hands back where our elbows were. So walk the hands south and find Cobra Pose. Lifting the chest. Press the shoelace side of the feet down, baby cobra, chest rises. Exhale, forehead taps to the block. Reach the arms back into those cactus arms just as we began. Let's repeat that sequence one more time. Sphinx Pose, chest rises. Bend one heel to your seat and reach back for that foot or ankle. Press foot into hand, lift the chest, lower the chest just a little bit and release the forehead. Let the foot go gently. Sphinx pose, return. Other side, please. Heel to the seat. Hand reaches for your foot. And lift the chest tall and wide. Heel moves closer to your seat. Let the head heavy. Release the foot back to Sphinx pose. Cobra, drag the hands back closer to your chest, tops of the feet flat. Lift your chest up, engaging those thighs. And release forehead back to your block. Arms into cactus. Massaging the head from side to side. Now we are prepped to come into Locust Pose. So tuck those toes under, lift those knees up. Walk the arms down by your sides so the fingertips are pointing back. The arms are long. Your hands might be below the hips. From this point, you can keep your head resting on the block. Knees are lifted. Thighs are hugging together. Push your hands flat into the mat and start to lift the chest. Lift your head away from the block, but still take your gaze to the block. Point the toes and keep them lifting up. Last piece, the arms rise above the hips. Shrug the shoulders closer together, lifting your chest as if you were to take flight. One more breath in Locust Pose. Exhale, those cactus arms, one cheek to your block, and rest. Please lift your head and switch so the other cheek is on the block. Bring your forehead back to the block. And let's come back to Locust setup. Arms by your sides. Curl the toes under. Press your hands and your toes down into the floor. Energize your thighs. Lifting your chest up. Pointing those toes back as the thighs float up. Arms rise. Shoulders together. Breathe in and breathe out. This is a great pose to practice to strengthen our backs. One more inhale. Cactus the arms as your legs find the mat and your arms move forward. Rest one cheek to the block. We'll do this practice during my sequence called Yoga for Happy Backs. And then go ahead and switch other cheek to the block. Using the strength of our upper body, we're gonna come into Child's Pose. So lift your head, bring your forehead center. Walk your hands underneath of your shoulders. And we're gonna pick our upper body up, our belly, our hips, bend the knees and travel them towards the middle of your mat. Touch the toes together and sit back on your heels. Now keep your hands reaching forward and lift your chest up, variation of Child's Pose. You're gonna open the chest like cow pose with your hips still resting. Then you're gonna round your spine like cat. One more time, inhale, come into cow pose. Exhale, round into cat. Come back to neutral. Move your knees a little closer and please have a seat sending your legs out in front of you. It's really helpful to do some twisting after finding back bends. So pull your right knee into your chest. Bring your right arm to the inside of your leg. Left hand gently behind you and turn your body away from that thigh. Wake up this straight leg by flexing the toes to the ceiling and look over the back shoulder to stretch the neck. Take a breath in and a breath out. As you untwist, hug your knee into your chest. And switch sides, straightening that leg and pull the other knee to you. Same arm to the inside of the bent leg. Reach and turn the torso away from the thighs. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Stay in the twist as you turn. One more breath in. And twisting your head over the back shoulder. Please untwist the body, hug your knee into your chest, and let it go forward. Let's move the ankles around. So when we're coming into Locust Pose, the tops of the feet are pushing down until they lift off, or sometimes the toes are tucked and then we lift off. So we're gonna try Locust again, a few different variations. When we come onto our belly, we're going to interlace our hands behind us and we're gonna stretch the chest open. So try that sitting up. Bring your hands interlaced and see if the hands can stay connected together as you stretch the arms and the elbows long. If the heels begin to release, then rebend the elbows, collect the palms together, and you can keep the elbows bent. We don't want to overstretch the wrist. We want to try to keep them together as much as we can so that we can keep working the shoulders and upper back. When you're ready, let's meet in Child's Pose, swinging the legs off to the side, finding your knees and moving the knees a little wider so that the toes can come together. Sit on your heels and rest your head down to the ground. Please find tabletop pose for just a moment. Walk the hands forward. We're gonna turn on our core for a moment here in high push-up. Another great video to watch is learning how to do boat pose. Boat pose is a great complement to Locust. So stretch one foot back at a time, tucking the toes under into high push-ups. From here, please lower the knees down. Bend the elbows as you slowly travel the torso to the floor. Maybe your belly and chest meet at the same time, or it's belly, chest, and then forehead to the block. Cactus arms. Pause. Bend one knee. Reach back for the top of your foot, but stay with your head on the block this time. Now begin to lift the chest. As your chest grows off of the floor, push your foot into hand. This is half bow pose, another great back bend. Gently release your head. Cactus the arms and switch sides. Bend your knee, reach for your ankle or foot, heel to the seat. Peel your chest off of the ground by pushing foot into hand. Chest rises. Gently lower back down, cactus arms. Sweep the arms back behind you, setting up for Locust Pose. Curl the toes under just as we did earlier, lifting the kneecaps off. Liven up the thighs. Start to lift the chest, float the legs, hover the arms, and then turn the palms towards one another. You're flying here, still breathing. And then go ahead and see if the hands can lock and interlace together. Collect the heels of the hands. Lift the knuckles up and back. Shrug the shoulders closer to your spine. Gently release as you deflate and travel closer to the ground. One cheek to your block and pause. Maybe your hands come up closer to your block or top of the mat. One more time, conditioning our back through the practice of Locust. In the yoga text, it is called Shalabhasana. Go ahead and release other cheek to the side. Forehead to center. Reach the arms back behind you. This time without tucking the toes. Tops of the feet are flat. Spread your toes wide. Lifting your chest, palms flat. Lifting your thighs, lift up well. Arms reach up and back. Maybe palms turn towards one another if you want to interlace those hands, gathering the shoulder blades to the center of the chest. Take a breath in. Remember, you can always bend those elbows and rest your palms closer to your seat. One more inhale. And exhale, lie down. Release your arms. Using the strength of your upper body, child's pose, peeling your chest, your belly, your hips, bend your knees, and sit on your heels. Reach your hands back for your ankles. Bring your hands underneath of your shoulders and sit up. Perhaps you sit on your shins, guided by the block in between your ankles. As you take a long breath in, notice how your body feels. And a breath out. Back bending is invigorating, strengthens our entire torso or core, and allows our moods to shift so that we can be more active and more connected to our bodies and mind. If you'll join me by bringing the palms together, uniting our two sides in unity, and bowing to ourselves, thanking each other for arriving and practicing together.